Hello, Untitled here. Back to try to do this video review again. Yes, I've shaved the beard. I went to a convention. I usually shave it when I go to a convention. So, yeah. With the Power Rangers 20th anniversary closely approaching in 2014, I figured I should do some reviews about Power Rangers, since it is one of the reasons I am a big fan of giant robots. So, while kind of getting ready for this review and getting some stuff together, I actually found two things. I was only going to review the one, but then I remembered, wait, I have both from this series, which is the Transmorpher from Power Rangers Galaxy Force, also known as the Ginga Brace from the Super Sentai, and the Quasar Saber, which was its name in Lost Galaxy, and it was Star Beast Sword, or Swords, from Ginga Man. I have Set Ju Ken, I think is what the Japanese. I probably mangled that horribly. But yeah, these are said devices used in the series. I believe I got this from a friend when I traded something to him for it. I think. So, yeah. And I believe I bought this at a flea market for about $1, I think. So, let's start with this, because it's the smallest. It could fit on a child's wrist. My big, meaty wrist, it's too big. I think all I really need to do is get another piece of Velcro, attach it to this bit, or under here somehow, and just get it to attach to this. Because this is actually, for being something that's a little over 15 years old, it's actually still working just great. So it is currently off. Now, I will give the Japanese one thing over the Americans. When we currently make the morphers for the toy line, we make, for the most part, crappy morphers. I will admit they've been stepping their game up for Megaforce and Super Megaforce, or Megaforce and Super Megaforce, but in the past we've made some pretty crap-ass morphers. This is actually pretty good. This is, I believe, a direct import of the original Japanese toy. So is this. So, the on switch is right there. The speaker is on top. I'm going to hopefully get all the sounds in without blinding you with the chrome and that. Let's see. That's the on sound. And after a couple of seconds, it should... That beeping sound is to tell you the toy is still currently on. Granted, it beeps a little too fast for my tastes. Probably once every minute probably would have been fine. I don't know why it continuously beeps like that. Now, it's either supposed to be to tell you it's still on or the batteries are low, which is kind of hard to believe because I just replaced the batteries in this thing. But yeah. It's definitely an old, beat-up version. Like I said, I think I got this from a flea market or something, or yard sale flea market for about $1, I believe. But this button right here will choose an animal. Oops. Now, the dial up here helps you choose the next animal. There's a small little arrow on there, and you need to line the arrow up with the other arrow for the animal. And without covering the dang speaker, I believe that's supposed to be the gorilla. That was the Green Ranger Zord. I have no clue what the Green Ranger Zord's creature is supposed to be. I originally thought it was a condor, but it stands on 2 legs and has 2 extra hands, so I don't know what that thing is supposed to be. If anybody can tell me, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. Oh wait, heading backwards. So it should be lined up, and Yellow Ranger's wolf. And interesting little fun fact about between Ginga Man and Power Rangers, the Yellow Ranger was a guy in the Super Sentai. In the American version, yeah, we know it was a girl, but in the Super Sentai, it was a guy. That's something you all should probably take notes when you're watching the Super Sentai. If they're not wearing a skirt, I'm not joking about this, 9 times out of 10, if they're not wearing a skirt, it's a guy. So, last one should be Lion, and doesn't sound like a lion, does it? It sounds more like a tiger, which is interesting. Now, if you put the arrow... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Last one, that was my bet. It was the Pink Ranger. That's supposed to be a tiger. I'm an idiot. Sorry. But, yeah. Now, if you put the two between the two things, you get... I'm not sure if that's just supposed to be an error message. I don't know if that's supposed to be an error message, or if that was used as their communication noise as well. But it's not too bad. Now, as for the Quasar Saber, it's nice. It comes in this nice little scabbard, which still fits on a belt, mind you. More than 15 years later, this thing is still holding up just fine. I'm impressed. But to release it, you open that, take your grips on this, pull, then release, and you have the Quasar Saber in its fully extended form. I always found it kind of weird how big the Quasar Sabers were on the show compared to how compact they got when they were attached to their side. It always kind of made me wonder what was going on, why it could get so small. But this is pretty cool. This is definitely meant for a little kid's hand. This is not meant for an adult's hand, so just to let you know. There's also supposed to be a little piece that goes in top right here that would have the different animals. They'd have all 5. Unfortunately, I didn't get that. My friend got this, I think, from a flea market as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I tried replacing the batteries in this. Unfortunately, I can't get the electronics to work anymore, which is not surprising. I mean, this thing was made back, what, in 98? So yeah, it's old. It's a fair bit old. Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, the sounds were, when you pressed here, there's a small little red button. When you pressed here, you got a sound that released the sword, and you press this one without this button being pressed, you just got a clang clang, or a swinging sound like the sword was hitting something. And you pressed here and pressed here, you got a finisher move sound. So, yeah, not bad. I kind of like having these sets together. It's pretty cool. Like I said, if you can find these for a decent price, I'd pick them up. I wouldn't pay more than $20, $25, or at least for the condition of what mine's is in, for that much, just because. If you find it almost pristine, I'd probably say a little more higher than $35. But if you really want it, do whatever you want. For this, in this condition, I wouldn't pay probably more than $20. But if you had all the things, I would say probably go as high, again, as about 35 maybe. Maybe 40 if the stickers and the chrome is completely undamaged. Which, something I might want to mention, none of the chrome on the hilt, despite the fact I've, done this for years, is still on there. It's undamaged, except for maybe a couple of nicks. Other than that, it's almost pristine. I was like, I'm very impressed for how long this chrome has held up. So, yeah. Until next time, this is Titan Zed saying, I'll see ya when I see ya.